October 17th, 2025. And I think I came to a revelation that I don't think has truly penetrated me to my core, but I thought about it and I realized that this is a very key part about what it means to be a Christian. And it's specifically about spending time in the presence of God. And that's it. I'm listening to this new podcast that Taylor Welch released today about prayer and the spirit realm, and they're talking about how most Christians think that they need a formula to experience God. Like, if I just pray my Bible in a certain way or read this many chapters, like, then I can hear from God. But he likened it, or the guest likened it to like a marriage. Like, if you went up to someone and you're like your spouse, and you're like, show me evidence that you love me. It's kind of hard to quantify that, right? Because it's just very multifaceted, and it's not just in the actual physical things that you do for them, right? It's like, of course, you may go out on dates with them, you spend time with them, you learn and grow together, but he said that it's not in those things that actually like quantify your love for each other, because those very same things can also be, for other people, what actually separates a relationship or makes people more distant. So I feel like this is, again, going to this concept and duality versus relationship versus religion. One side is about family. Another side is about perfecting and rituals and legalism. And he actually said something that really penetrated my heart, because I recently experienced this, and I realized that it's actually more important than I think. Is if you took nothing away from Christianity, like if you lived from a bubble and you didn't read all the scriptures or whatever, but you spent time with Jesus, then it's like you won the lottery. Like, you got it. You figured it out. If you get to spend time with Jesus. And so the key is just sitting in the presence of Jesus. And last night, I actually remembered I went through this. I sat in my room and I turned on a Theta Brainwave playlist that I listen to before I go to sleep. And in the background music, it was this high vibrational frequency, plus with some water, water pouring, just water sounds. And it almost felt like when you go to those spas, they put a water thing next to the tub, and it's just this relaxing, soothing water sound. And I listened to that, and I just closed my eyes, and I started to see things. I believe this is me exercising my spiritual sight muscle, whereby I started seeing things that were in my mind's eye, that were in my imagination, but it felt very real. I felt like I was actually here. So I started seeing me actually in a spa room, and get this, I was in a spa room with Jesus. I was just spending time in a bathtub. It was just me and Jesus sitting together, and we were just relaxing. I remember this moment when earlier this year, when I visited New York. We actually went to New Jersey to go to a famous Korean spa called King Spa. It's a very nice Korean spa, and I just remember how relaxing going to that spa was. And like I just remember so vividly, just like, yeah, the water in the background, like how soothing the hot bathtub was, and just like, you know, all the naked guys around you. It's totally random, I just brought up that detail, but like, you know, just that environment, right? But it's totally chill, and you relax. And I remember it was like kind of not a busy, but like there were other people in the spa room as well, not just me and Jesus, but like it was like I was actually in a live spa and we were just spending time together. And I just remember like smiling, and I was just enjoying it. Like it wasn't like I was trying to force the thought or visualization. It's almost like it was imparted into my spirit, and I just started being still and just allowing the movie to play in my mind. That's what it felt like. It didn't feel forced, and I enjoyed it so much, and I just had this beaming smile on my face. And I remember there was just other as I was meditating on that, I just remembered like other moments where I was just sitting in the presence of God, and Jesus and I like walked out, and you know, we started just walking together, spend time together, like do games together. And it was just like, it's like as if you were just spending time with your friend on a walk, you know, or just doing something. It's not like you're trying to force a relationship or, you know, say, okay, just because I'm doing this now we're closer. It's just the fact that we're spending time together that's so intimate and loving that I believe this is what we're taught. Like I came to Revelation to. It's about sitting in the presence of God and growing your relationship in this way. So there's no formula. Just in the same way, like there's no formula to like growing a friendship. I mean, yeah, there are great practices, and he was like, don't get me wrong, there are things that you can definitely like replicate and produce consistent results in, but like every single friendship and relationship is different. So you can't produce like the same exact, you know, outcome every single time. And just like how our friendship with God, a relationship with God is different for every single person, we can't just replicate it, right? Like a ritual. So yeah, this is a reminder for myself to just focus on spending time in the day and just like sit with God. Like he said, like even for business owners, you're gonna feel like it's unproductive, like I'm not even doing anything, right? At least got to be reading the Bible or like, you know, doing something. But there's a power in rest, there's a power in stillness, and literally just sitting and just closing your eyes and looking at a wall for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I remember learning this lesson in Italy last August, and yeah, changed my life. So this is a reminder to rest, be still, and know that he is God. October 17th, Elijah Kim, 18 years old. Peace.